So the boom's clear coated, and I started putting on all the hardware again. Rope clutches, shivs for the outhaul, and the 2 reef points. Started pop riveting in the boom bales for all the main sheet, and got the end of the boom shiv box, all the shivs installed in the shiv box there. So now I'm going to set up and pop rivet this last one in, and then I've got to put in a 4-to-1 tackle for the outhaul, and that is laying down here on the floor, and that needs to be pop riveted in with a pad eye. So let's get started. So I temporarily tied the pad eye to a fish tape, and I'm going to fish this thing up from the inside, pull it up, hold it in place, and pop rivet it. So let's see. Okay. So of course the rope diameter, is bigger than the opening width. So now I gotta trade it for, where did I do that? Made a little wire fish hook, and I'm gonna snag this from the inside while I untie this unsailor-like knot. Got it. So now I got, first get rid of the fish tape. Get this thing out of my way. And then very carefully bring this up. Now, put on a clamp. We'll go ahead and try it like this. See what happens. So these are 1/4-inch rivets. I ordered them from Fastenal, and each one gets coated in Tef gel, and then I'm going to install them with this, the Big Daddy Riveter. Put a healthy coating of Tef gel on each of the rivets. So drop the rivets in place, make sure they line up. Clamp it in place to hold it. Open up the rivet tool. Oh man, no, that happened to me last time. I lost the rivet partway through. That was a pain in the ass to fish out. Ah, 2 of them. Well, you can see those stupid rivets, the stems popped out. So now I gotta fish them out and then bring them back in. Now I gotta fish out the other one. So you see how I knocked out the little rivet stem. I gotta get that thing back in. So I use a real fine wire. Ran up to the back of the boom, actually the front of the boom, like a gooseneck. This is where I'm at. Oh, the tape's a little thick. Got it. muscle on it. Now I think we're locked in. There we go. So this is the 4-to-1 internal tackle that goes inside the boom for the outhaul. And that is through this eye, goes through a pad eye that's riveted into these two holes on the side of the boom. And the outhaul used to be a cable, but I spliced a thimble into some Spectra, and I think it's 5/16 Spectra. So I got the fish tape ran up the boom, and I'm gonna get ready to pull this thing back and get this thing set up so that I can pop rivet this pad eye to the side of the boom. Alright, so here comes the block of tackle. Stretching this thing. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Alright, the Spectra's out at that end. This can just stay out of the way for now. So I got that pretty. The double block is in. Pad eye. That's set up inside. Pad eye's ready to go. That's the pad eye and the single block, or the single block with a baggot. That pad eye gets riveted to these holes coming through the side here, and the rivets go in like that. Once again, tough gel. So now on the inside, this is going to be fun. Hold them there very carefully. Alright. So I'm going to have to untie the stopper knot. Feed this thing up through the clutch. This thing goes up in the middle. A wire hook. So the outhaul's installed. Retie the stopper knot. Now I can start messing around with the other end of the boom. Alright, so here's the outhaul. Hopefully, so you can kind of see inside. Hopefully I did my calculations right. It seems like it, because we only got about 16 inches of the car track on the outhaul end, on the aft end of the boom. So we got the boom back on the boat yesterday, and I've got all the outhaul tackle and all the hardware riveted back in. And now I gotta reef the reef lines for the number 1 and number 2 reefs. So here's the boom. That's the outhaul. We went with Spectra instead of wire. And as far as the Protect to Clear clear coat, not too bad. You know, you can see the old painted mast. And now I got to do that. And that's like going to be 10 times the amount of work as the boom. But the boom came out not too bad. We got all the boom bales installed. I just gotta hang the blocks and reeve the the main sheet tackle. And I've already got my fish tape installed, and we're going to start hauling the reef lines. So here I've got the number 1 and number 2 reef lines, port and starboard. So I've got my fish tape, and the end of the line for the number 1 reef, which is the tallest reef, that's the first reef. I got it clove hitched to a short piece of line, and when I ran the fish tape, I had to make sure that it didn't interfere with the outhaul tackle, so that none of the lines interfere with each other. And you got the rope stoppers, and as there's pressure on them, they lock in. So all you got to do is you come to the mast, you pop the clutch, you drop the main with the main sheet, wrap it around the drum, you pull in the reef point, and then when you get to where you want, you lock it in, you haul up the main, and now you're at your reef point. So let's start pulling some, let's pull the red rope first. Come on, sucker. So now I just feed it up, put in a figure 8 stopper knot until our sails get here, then go to the mast and hike it up. Alright, number 1 reef. Now I'm going to fish the number 2. So that's pretty much it for the Ramble on Boom shortening project. We got everything cut off, shortened 20 inches off the boom. It sits about 6 inches from the helm. I'm pretty happy. And then I'm even more happy that I didn't have to repaint it. So when we pull the stick next year, I think I'm going to do the same thing. Strip it all down to bare aluminum and clear coat it. So if you like, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. And if you know somebody else who's interested, pass the word along. Thanks again for watching.